Hi, I'm Karen. Welcome to Texas Farmstead Living. Today we are visiting my friend Jerie's Texas Ranch, where she is preparing a farm-to-table dinner this evening. Say something. Okay, hello. Jerie is sharing with us how she transitioned from a career into creating a successful farm business. I met Jerie many years ago when she was a customer in my raw milk dairy. I always admired Jerie for her passion for agriculture and community service. Jerie and I also were classmates in Holistic Management International, and I think that we have remained friends ever since. Jerie lives in a very sparsely populated part of Texas with a low economic base, so definitely a food desert. So Jerie has had to be very creative in building her business, and so I thought many of you would enjoy her story. Okay, without further ado, this is Jerie, and we're going to interview her. So the first question is, please tell us the name of your business and how you chose the name of your business.
Well, I'm so excited, Karen. Thank you for coming. The name of my business is La Cabra Meat. And that goes back to my grandfather, Frank Tillman, whose ranch that I am so blessed to live on. He passed away in 2011, but where the La Cabra came from is he had a Pablo Picasso statue, a replica, that his sister had given him, and that statue is called the she-goat. And so we're pretty close to the Texas-Mexico border here, and we like a lot of different Spanish things, so La Cabra translates from she-goat, and that is how I got my name of my business.
We're in Jerie's beautiful new barn, and she's going to tell us why she's going to tell us a little bit about her background and why she chose to start a farm business.
Right, so I grew up in the Texas Panhandle on a cotton farm. My parents also ran stocker cattle, and we raised pumpkins. So that was my life. I drove a tractor at a very early age. My summers were spent in the field, either hoeing weeds or running a buggy or plowing fields. So my mother grew up down here in the beautiful hill country. And so very blessed to be able to live on a ranch that has been in our family for several generations. So I'm the third generation that's been able to live here and make a living off of this land. So we raise sheep now and goats, and I was able to build this commercial kitchen that has allowed me to stay home with my two young children, Shep and Staten. Formerly, I was an elementary school teacher and principal, and I also taught ag. So my degree is in agriculture education, and when we moved to Junction, that position wasn't available, and so I began working in special education and then transitioned to the elementary principal. So I spent 15 years in education and have not looked back since I was able to resign and retire, as my kids say, and come to the ranch and work out here every day.
Okay, Jerie, can you tell us how you actually transitioned from your career into your farm business, and kind of give us some details that will help our viewers that are wanting to do exactly what you did?
Absolutely. So we moved here to the ranch in 2013, and at that time I started this meat business. So it was really a part-time job. I was in public education, and we were raising sheep and goats, and so I was taking animals that we were raising to a butcher and then just selling cuts of meat part-time. However, in my mind, I always knew that I wanted this to be my full-time job. And so my husband works for a livestock supplement company, and so he travels a lot, and we have 150 ewes and about 75 nanny goats, and so somebody needed to be here to take care of all of our livestock and our land since Sam travels so much. So in the summer of 2020, after the lovely COVID pandemic hit, it made us really prioritize what was important to us and what we needed to do as a family. And so I decided that, or we decided, Sam and I, that resigning from my school job, and staying at the ranch was the most important thing at that time. Also, during this transition, we started another business. So we have Silver's Livestock, which is our sheep livestock. We have a supplement business. So West Straw Supplements and Tack is also another business that I'm currently doing right now, and La Cabra Meat. So with the three of those businesses really work so well together. Of course, the livestock side, the supplement for the livestock, the feed, and then La Cabra Meat is where I'm processing and selling meat and food that we're preparing here in this lovely commercial kitchen.
So it sounds like a lot of persistence and a lot of planning, because you started this journey in 2013 very seriously, and it's taken multi businesses to make this work for your family.
Absolutely.
And so sometimes you may have to diversify a little when you want to make an income to support a family.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, now we're in Jerry's commercial kitchen, and we would like to know what products do you offer? Can you tell us how and where you sell them, and kind of tell us how you market, like through Instagram or Facebook?
Yeah. So, like I said, this started in 2013, and really I just started with lamb and goat. And since then, I've really expanded the meat varieties that I'm offering. So, of course, we still have lamb and goat, and then I also do pastured poultry. So through, Karen mentioned Holistic Management International, we learned so much through that course. So I started with pastured poultry as well. And so I've kept that going since 2014. I was 8 months pregnant, and Karen sent some friends over from Mason, and we butchered chickens, and I was 8 months pregnant, and so Staten is now 6. So that is really how I got my start in pastured poultry. And so I try to do at least 100 birds a year, if not more. And it's been a great, I don't know what to say about it.
It was a great learning and I guess experience too, and it kind of prompted you to keep going.
Yeah, pastured poultry has been great. It's been such a blessing to be able to have chickens at a small scale. I have a great chicken tractor that my husband built me, and so that's been something that my kids have grown to be able to do those chores and help us with. And so not only the pastured poultry, but as we have also added in some pork. I have some friends that raise pigs, and so I've been able to buy their gilts from them that they aren't using as sows, and take those on to have processed, feed them out, and have processed. And so with a lot of these animals that we're feeding, I'm using Hoogaland feed that I get milled in Llano, where Zane has his mill. And so some of you may be familiar with him, but he has a great rations that are non-GMO, non-soy based. And then when I was able to get this kitchen built, my mom and I have really taken a different direction with the meat business. So now we are preparing a weekly menu, and I have a meal service. So we're, like Karen said, we're in a very remote place, pretty much a food desert, very few restaurants in our little town. And so each Wednesday I am able to deliver fresh meals to town to people that have ordered online through my website. And so not only do I use Facebook and Instagram, but my website has been huge at driving those sales and bringing that income in. And so that's been fun to have a menu each week, to get to change things. I try to always have a fresh salad. We always have an entree, always have some type of breakfast, and then of course fresh salsa, different little appetizer type things as well. And so that's kind of where that started. So that's where we are right now. We'll see. I have a lot of people that keep asking if I will ship. I haven't dove off into that yet, and so hopefully soon I will be able to say, yes, I am shipping.
And she also has a growing email list, so I think that you're really touching base with your customers quite frequently, because I'm actually on her base, and I think that is very important for success, because your customers want to hear from you quite often, And Jeree does an excellent job at that. Okay, Jeree is going to show us her beautiful, it's a new facility.
It is. It just finished in April.
It's got a lot of beautiful antiques and repurposed things. So we will, she's going to give us a tour.
So how this began, I've always wanted a kitchen or some type of space here at the ranch to be able to entertain and to host. And then not only that, since it's a licensed kitchen, we can serve food to anyone really. And so everything you see here in this kitchen, the ovens, the workspaces, this is all secondhand, guys. So I went to San Antonio and found a restaurant supplier, a used restaurant supplier. And during the pandemic, used restaurant supplies were everywhere. So I got some really great bargains on these tables, on the ovens, on the sink, on everything that's in here.
It looks really beautiful because she has just hours away from her big dinner, which it's amazing that, you know, that's really, you're really successful with that, and you're way very in a rural area where people are having to drive to it. And if you wouldn't mind telling us your, you know, what you charge.
Sure.
And our
Sure.
for that.
So I'm charging $75 a person or $150 a couple. That will include a wine tasting, a 3-course meal. We're going to start out with an appetizer of zucchini with Parmesan crisp on top with some roasted lamb and goat as well for the appetizer. And then we will move on to our salad course. And our salad is something that I am so excited about. It's a fresh watermelon from Mason County. So Karen knows the grower very well. And then some a nice arugula spring mix. And then some fresh mozzarella that Karen also taught me how to make. And the salads turned out beautiful with some fresh London peaches. So that is topped with a poppy seed dressing. So the salads are beautiful. And then we go to the entree. We're having a grass-fed tomahawk steak. My good friends down in Rock Springs run a grass-fed beef herd. And so this is a Devon that I was able to get and butcher. And so these tomahawk steaks are beautiful. They're huge. And they're going to be paired with a fresh green bean and a roasted potato. And then for dessert, we're having a beautiful creme brulee. And it is going to be so fun. We'll have 30 people here to entertain this evening and show them all this good locally sourced food.
So yeah, you're using, you know, everything is local, and you would, you know, so if Jeree can do this, you know, anyone can do this.
Absolutely. You can for sure do it. Even the centerpieces, these are zinnias for my garden. And so every little detail you can add in to make this just something that you could do anywhere. I have friends in Georgia that are trying to get on board with this and make it happen, and I have no doubt that they will.
It's a Dorper, isn't it?
No, this is not. This is a black, a medium.
It smells delicious.
It tastes good if you want a nibble.
This is Jeree's mom.
Yes, this is Ann.
Ann.
Couldn't do all this without her. She's the best.
We had mini venue with a commercial kitchen, and then COVID hit. But all during COVID, it took a year to build it.
It's plum.
No.
Plum.
She's told you that probably. And
Well, you all look successful to me. Recovered.
We're having fun.
yes, we are.
Family is very family-centered
Fully
business.
family involved. Sam is normally here and helps us with all the meat. He and my dad do all the meat cooking and preparation. But Sam was in College Station today at the beef short course or over the past week.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Isn't that good?
It's so mild, so
I
good.
wanted to go to the short course.
Now, a big one, a little one.
This is the
How about
goat.
that?
Okay. You have to really know what you're doing to cook those right.
Yes, you do. My dad is an excellent goat cook. He has actually won several goat cook-offs around here. It is so tender. We're going to put the goat on a skewer because the goat and the lamb are both going to go over the zucchini crisp so that people can tell the difference. Look at that loin. Look at that.
So I've never had it. Actually, I don't think I've ever had it.
Really? Oh, the goat is good.
The smoke is what makes it so good.
I've never
And the butter. This is a lot of butter.
Yeah, butter.
It's very buttery.
Yes.
It's got a little wang though. Did you taste the goat?
And then, so she's working on the zucchini
Awesome.
part.
Count one more out. They were doing great.
Am I supposed to be putting the...
Hello, my name is Erika Campbell from High Cross Vineyard. We're located 30 miles south of Sonora and 30 miles west of Rock Springs. We grow Viognier grapes there. Our winemaker is West Cave Cellars. Alan Fetty is the winemaker, and we're pleased to be able to share it with Cherie's event this evening. Our other wine we'll be serving is our Sangiovese, another grape that we grow. This is also from West Cave Cellars. Thank you.
Thank you.
Put them on more if we need to. Yeah.
Hey Glenn, thank you for coming. And working. Y'all see to that table. These three. These three.
They go specifically to that table.